Well, hi out there in Nettie land. Well, look here. We're home. We made it home from California, and oh wow, we've been on it ever since. Cause there's no rest for the weary. Although I'm not weary, so they should say there's no rest for the active and fun-loving, joy-seeking people like Nettie. We're gonna go with that. Okay, so here we are. And I'm sitting right next to some beautiful flowers because the first thing we did after unpacking our trailer is went to this wonderful nursery to pick up flowers for my deck because in just 1 month let's see, my son's getting married on the 11th or the 10th, one of those days, the 10th, and on the 17th, we're having a big reception here in Oregon because they're getting married in Colorado. Yeah, we have to get our stagecoach, not our stagecoach, our covered wagon all ready to go back to Colorado for this wonderful, wonderful wedding. And then we're going to come back here, and for all the West Coast friends and family, we're having a big reception. And it's not going to be fancy, but it's going to be beautiful. And so I'm really busy today, so oops. I just thought I'd take advantage of the fact that we have so many videos from before, and I wasn't sure what to do with it. I had this secret craving for a peanut butter, pickle, and mayo sandwich all of a sudden, and then I remembered I taught you how to make them. So I'm going to rerun that today because everybody should know how to make peanut butter, pickles, and mayonnaise, and you have to do it right, or else they don't taste so good, and I can hardly stand waiting. I want to take a bite right now. I'm just going to say, just watch the video. Just watch this video. Save it. Share it. Put a thumbs up. Subscribe. Because you know what? I've got more tricks up my sleeve where this came from. I love these. I love these. So last week, we made some blackberry chobani cheesecake. Well, if you didn't watch it, just go back and do that. But so, I figured this week I want to teach you something that's really special. So one day, today's show had a joke Twinkie product called peanut butter and pickle Twinkies. And everybody was grossed out, except for Nettie, because you know what? My favorite sandwich in the whole wide world is peanut butter, pickles, and mayo. So I decided, let's show everybody how to make it, and maybe it'll catch on. Who knows? I know lots of people who like it. So I've got my chef hat on and my grandma's apron again. And this time it has a little blackberry juice on it. I didn't wash it. You know why? Because it's like my Jimmy G jersey. You don't wash it when you're winning. So I feel like I'm winning. So this week, Fred said, you know what? After the mess you made to yourself last week, make sure you're protected. And so he made me get my glasses out. These are my eye protecting glasses that I use for my glasswork and other little things, like when you just don't want to know what I do around the house where I might need these. Anyway, let's show you what I need for the day. Dave's Killer Bread. Now let me tell you a little story about Dave's Killer Bread. My brother, he thinks he's a jokester. And he had me convinced that this was Killer Dave's bread. And so I kept recommending it to my friends. Get that Killer Dave's bread. And they said, well, why do they call it that? And I go, I don't want to know, but look at those muscles. Anyway, and then we get Best Foods Mayo. And I'm not that particular, but when it's on sale, Nettie buys this, and I only use a little bit, and it's Hellman's, east of the Rockies. And then I have my Cutco knife. Yes, Nettie has Cutco, and this is my pickle fork. Look at this is my pickle fork. It's worth looking at because it has a little hook that hangs on the jar and doesn't get lost. So here's the mayo, and here's the pickles. It's hard to get this jar off. These are my mama's garlic dills. This is her recipe. And, you know, a little bit of garlic and pickling spice. And here's the good old Dave's Killer bread. Okay, let's get 2 pieces out. Each piece is 35 calories. That's not true. There's 70 calories, but look at all that good grains in that. Okay, here we go. So with my Cutco knife, a little bit of mayo, and just slap that on there right there. I put about a teaspoon on each side. You know, you can kind of guess what 2 teaspoons are. That's less than a tablespoon. It's about, let's see. It's about 30-some calories a teaspoon. So I've got about 60 calories, maybe 70. And now, let's put the lid back on the mayo. That way, maybe I don't even really need these glasses, but I better do it because a friend told me to. Jimmy had a little talk with him too, and that's what made him talk to me. Sometimes you need a little help from your friends. Okay, so now, oh boy, there goes the pickles. Oh, look at that. Just, like 1 on each corner. I make them this way. I slice them up with my mandolin, and then I pickle them this way. I'll put the recipes on my website. Okay, let me get the peanut butter. So this is what I use. I forgot to show it to you. We go to the store, McKay's, Price and Pride, and we always get the kind that you have to push a button and it grinds into this little dooley bobber. And you know what's so good about it? It's pure peanuts, no added oil. It's healthy and less calories, and it's wonderful. It's like having fresh peanuts on your sandwich. So I've wiped off my Cutco just for any of those of you who think, do not cross-contaminate. So here we go. We put a little bit of that on here, and I put about 1.5 tablespoons because I have to count this for my program. And it's a good protein, especially when you combine it with grains. And I'm just getting so excited about this. So then I like to cut mine the way my mama did. And we cut it in see, that's why I'm wearing these glasses. It's just the way Nettie cooks. I put my whole self into it. And then, this, gotta lick it. You know what's good about licking your own utensils while you're in the middle of cooking? I mean, as long as you're only cooking for yourself, right? It's a pre-wash, right? A pre-rinse. And then it just goes in. It just goes into the dishwasher without rinsing or anything. I learned that from my dog. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm going to dedicate this sandwich to my friend Pamela Royland. She's an actress in Hollywood, and we were BFFs in high school, and then we're sister friends now. That's what you call it. We're sister friends because after almost 50 years, we're still good friends. And you know what? I used to come to school with peanut butter and pickle sandwiches, and she would come to school with peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwiches. She hadn't graduated to pickles yet, and so it was sort of like the Reese's peanut butter cups factor. We kind of clicked our sandwiches together, and we decided to try peanut butter, pickles, and mayonnaise. We thought we'd invented heaven, and you know what? It is heaven to us. And I'm a picky eater. Just ask Fred, because I don't let my vegetables touch if I eat them at all. So, here to you, Pamela Roylance. What we invented has lasted over 50 years, and it's one of my treats. And I'm going to... It's still so good. You know what? What do you know What have you brought with you? And you're like, that's really rude. Excuse me. What do you have in your life that can, when you're down in the dumps or you're on the hump Wednesday and you need a woohoo, think about, oh, don't tell Fred because now he's going to know it was a good idea. Well, think about something that just makes you happy and maybe do something about it, because I planned for these calories in my program. I'm going to enjoy them, and as I do, I'm going to think about my friend. Friends bring joy. Remember all the people that have brought you light in your life, and let those moments help you take the light to other people. Woo-hoo! Happy peanut butter pickle and mayonnaise moment. Don't be crappy. Be happy. Be the light. And be a first responder in love. And like me, when I get done cooking, I'm a first responder and get it out. Woo-hoo! Oh, you know the ticket. Remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.